Hi boys and girls, Mrs. Heller back to talk about more bat facts. Now I hope you had a chance to read or listen to Gail Gibbons' book about bats, and it's titled Bats. And if you haven't done that yet, please go and listen to that book before you come and listen to me. Okay, so I am talking about our activity today, and our activity, you have this sheet in your folder. Now yours doesn't have the yellow paper behind it. I just put mine on yellow paper so it would stand out better on the video. Okay, so your paper says My Bat Info, and you have 3 sentence starters, and you have to write something that my bat can. What can your bat do? My bat has. What does your bat have? And bats are. What are bats? So one word to finish each sentence. Of course, you can write more than one word if you would like to. And then you are going to draw a wow picture. Mrs. Bavona taught us how to do wow pictures. And so we can do wow pictures not just in writing, but for other subjects as well. So I would love to see you do a wow picture. You can see mine is a wow picture. There's no white. I filled in the whole box. I drew background with trees and the ground and a house. I drew the moon. I drew my bat, and I drew a lot of his friends, because bats are usually found with lots of friends. So I also covered the entire white box with the nighttime sky. So I want to see your wow pictures of a bat as well. Okay, so let's do some brainstorming, because I don't want to see everyone writing my bat can fly, my bat has wings, and my bat is nocturnal. I want you to tell me some other things that bats can do, and bats have, and bats are. So let's do some brainstorming so you can think of some ideas for your worksheet. Okay, so bats can. What can bats do? Mrs. Heller wrote fly. I'll write fly on the chart, because flying is one of the most amazing things that bats can do. Bats are the only animal other than birds that can fly. That's amazing. So bats can fly. What else can bats do? Now remember, in our books that we read about bats, they have a hard time seeing at night. They can see in the dark. But in order to find their way and find their prey, they use something, that big long word. Can you remember that big long word? Do you remember it? Yes, it's echolocation. So bats use echolocation. Super long word, lots of letters. So bats can fly, bats can use echolocation. What else can bats do? Yes, they can find their food. They go out and use echolocation to find food, to find bugs and fruit to eat. They find food. What else can bats do? Let's think about it. How do bats sleep? When they go back to their cave or their roost, how do they sleep? I heard somebody say it. They can hang upside down. They use their feet and they hang upside down when they go to sleep. All right, out of room for what bats can do. Let's talk more about what bats have. Because bats have some really cool body parts, don't they? First of all, how do they fly? Yes, they have wings. So bats have wings. Now, bats are mammals. Remember we talked about how mammals are different from birds? Because mammals drink their mother's milk and they have, I heard you, they have fur. Bats have wings, bats have fur. What else do bats have? They have some pretty cool things in their wings too, don't they? Yes, they have fingers. And bats have thumbs. All right, I think we have enough ideas for what bats have. Now let's talk about what bats are. We know that they are not birds. They have fur and they drink their mother's milk. So what kind of animal are bats? Yes, bats are mammals. And we also learned that bats stay awake all night and they sleep during the day. What kind of animals stay awake at night and sleep during the day? We talked about it in probably all three of those stories, but all three of those books about bats. Yes, they are. That's a kind of tricky word too. Nocturnal. Everybody say it with me. Ready? Nocturnal. Good. What else are bats? Bats are nocturnal. Bats are mammals. Bats are... Oh, I heard somebody say flyers, and you're right. They are flyers. If they can fly, they're flyers, right? They're not flyers, the hockey players. They're flyers who fly. Okay. All right, boys and girls. So I think we came up with enough ideas on what bats can do, what bats have, and what bats are. And we can finish our sentences. So you can use my chart to help you finish your sentences, to help you spell the words. So I wrote, my bat can fly. My bat has wings. Bats are nocturnal. I think Miss Heller forgot something on all these sentences. I did. Don't tell Mrs. Bonbona that Mrs. Heller forgot periods. Oh my goodness. I would not get 5 stars if I forgot my periods. But I remembered at the last minute to put them in. So I think I get my 5 stars. Okay, so I can't wait to see your wow pictures of your bat and your finished sentences. Have a great day, boys and girls.